Hi guys, it's Shami. So I want to share with you this fun idea of how to recycle your old scrapbooking paper, because I was in scrapbooking before I got into mixed media, and I got this idea from Julie Ann Poser on Make It Artsy. She had a whole little thing that she did, and I thought it was so genius. So all you need is just some old pieces of scrapbooking paper. You can do this on a really big scale, and I'm going to bring it out just a little bit here so you can see a little better. And I just have a selection of my Deco Arts paints, and then I have some stencils, and I have a couple of brushes too, kind of fairly big brushes, and make sure that they're dry, okay? And this is just a really fun way to use up all that scrapbooking paper that you see. And I just have my paints out on my palette. It's just an index card. Let me go ahead and wipe that off. So just pick, like the ugliest paper you have that you know that you're never going to use again. And all you're going to do is just begin adding color, okay? But you just want to kind of smush the paint in, okay? And we're adding multiple colors, and I'm not cleaning my brush at all. I'm just adding. And sometimes it will probably make mud, but that's okay. You're just going to add it, and you want a little bit of the pattern showing through. So don't cover everything up. Make sure you leave a little bit of your pattern, okay, that's showing through. But this is just a really fun and simple project that you can do with all that scrapbooking paper that all of us have, I'm sure, laying around that we don't do anything with, that isn't our favorite pattern, that someone gave us to us as a gift, and that we know, we're probably not going to use it. So just get out a selection of your acrylic paints, artist paints, whatever you have, and paint, okay? So I'm going to leave it there, okay? I am going to add some white, which I should have been doing during the whole process, but that's okay. And that just kind of makes it a little bit interesting. So we're going to just add just a little bit of white, okay? And I'm not letting my paints dry at all. I'm just keep building and building and building. So that was kind of the one that kind of looked like this before, okay? And I'm going to save this paper so you can see how much it transforms. Okay, let's do this striped one, okay? Same thing. So we're just going to take our paint, and I'm just smushing it with my brush. I'm not even thinking about it, okay? But I do want to leave some of my pattern showing, so I'll leave some there, okay? So you can see it peeking through. Alrighty, let's do some of this pink. And really, don't even think about it. Just really do it and have a good time. So, alrighty. Let's add some of that pretty turquoise. I love that desert turquoise by Deco Arts. It's really pretty. And let's add some of this purplish color. Let's add some more of that. We'll go ahead and take it to the edge here. And I'm going to add just a little bit of white, and I picked up some yellow there, but that's good. Just want to, this is just very organic and kind of intuitive, which I love that kind of painting. And if you didn't have scrapbooking paper, you could also just use magazine pages. That's a great way to do this same type of project. And I'm just going to add some of that apricot that I love. Okay, there we go. And I'm just trying not to add too much. You can see the paper behind, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and dump this big brush into my thing there, okay? And I had done one before for us to stencil on, what did I do with that one? Right here, okay? This is one I did before. It doesn't take it very long to dry, okay? Now you are going to grab your makeup sponges and your stencils, and you're going to add some stenciling, okay? So that's the next step. So I'm just using just some stencils that I have from my stash. A lot of them are Deco Arts. Just like that. Like this is one of their wonderful stamps. And I love that color. Isn't that pretty? That one is Red Violet. I think that's such a pretty color. And I'm just adding my stencil in here. Alrighty. And then we're going to add some dots. Okay. And I'm just kind of varying kind of which colors I'm using. If it gets a little hard, then I can cut down my sponge. But really you shouldn't even worry about this part of it. Just do it. I'm just trying to decide which color I want to use. Maybe this pretty, a little bit left of that pretty green color. I don't know if it's going to show it very much, but we can put that on there. Okay. Let's add, might want to add some, let's do some green. I think green would be pretty on here. Very good. Okay, so let's add some green dots. Very good. And this is just a super fun, relaxing way to make your own kind of designer paper that's kind of collage, and you can do a lot with this. So it's a super fun technique. Okay, let's add some numbers. So I'm just gonna clean this off a little bit. Alrighty. And again, this is a Deco Art stencil. Just trying to decide which one I want to use for the numbers. Let's use this desert turquoise. Alrighty. There we go. And I'm just randomly doing the numbers. They will half be there, half won't. I'm just not thinking. I'm just putting down color. Okay, let's add some red. Okay, just a little bit of red. I'm being just quite random with this. Okay, that's it. It's not really a thinking process going on here. Okay, just like that. Okay, and I kind of like where we're at with that right now. Okay, so then I'm going to grab a small brush and I'm going to get some black paint. And we are going to add a little bit of doodling with our brush, okay? So really we're just going to start making marks, okay? So I'm going to make some circles first. Okay, there. And I can fill them in, or I can make them open. Whatever I fancy. It's one of those kind of projects, which are always fun, huh? You do what you want to do. Very good. Okay, and then I'm going to do some dashes, and I'm turning my paper in a variety of ways because, sorry, I didn't itch my eye there. Awkward. Sorry. Yeah, because I want the patterns kind of going every way, because I'm not sure how I'm going to use this paper. I will break it off into smaller pieces, I'm thinking, but maybe not. So we'll see. And you can just make all sorts of really cool dashes. I really like scallops, so I'm going to put them down here at the bottom. And you don't have to stick with black. Use your other colors too to make some fun little doodles. And you can, you know, go crazy with this. I do have a little bit of my brush here. And I'm going to go in with this red. And let's make some plus marks. And again, I'm doing this just with my brush, so it's really a fun exercise and, you know, creativity, which is so fun. And we'll do some circles that way. I think I'm itching for some circles that way. Very good. And I mean, you guys are probably much better doodlers than me, so I'm sure. And we can also just do some lines. You know, that's always a great doodle. It's just some straight lines here. Very cool. And I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, you could spend so much time doing this. So let's do some more dashes. What a fun project, right? I love it. Okay, and I really love that color, so let's try to add a few more doodles somewhere. And this is just a brush that I got from Walmart. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. There we go. just want you to just imagine all the fun things that you could do with this altered paper. You know, we all have scrapbooking paper that's just sitting in our drawers that we're never going to use for anything, you know, the really ugly ones that people gave us, or that we have, or that we thought were pretty, or we were going to use them in a project and it just hasn't happened. So yeah, just have fun and get it out and see how it goes. We can even add a little bit of that color inside of our circles too. So, I mean, it's just fun. It's just go crazy. Have fun. Alrighty, there we go. So see, we have that. And I mean, you can, you know, go as elaborate as you want, as crazy as you want. But isn't that pretty? It's just absolutely beautiful, and it's so simple to make, and you can use thick scrapbooking paper. You can use not so thick scrapbooking paper. You can just do so much with it, and it's so fun. So I'm going to continue to work. I'll give you a sneak peek of what the other ones look like. And as you can see, I use similar colors. I didn't add very much white stenciling, and that was just my choice, just because when I break things up, I tend to add white stenciling or white marks anyway. So yeah. And you could also seal them, make these really glossy and beautiful. And you know what would be pretty too is if you did splatters. I think that would be really pretty, and that would probably just really finish it off, so you can experiment with that. But I really hope you enjoyed this idea. I will link the video where I originally saw it from, but that's kind of her style, is she does a lot of just plain painting with a ton of doodles and a little bit of stenciling. And yeah, so it's a great style, and it's a fun way to make art and to layer things up and to collage and that kind of thing. So I will link it below so you can check it out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, and I will see you later. I will put the names of the paints that I use in the description box below if you're interested. Sometimes people have a hard time, you know, picking out paints and that kind of stuff. And I'll put the stencils too. Okay? Alrighty guys, so I'm going to continue to work on these that we made, which are fun, super fun. And I'll just show you, like, this is a stripe one. And you can kind of see the stripes here, can't you? But see how the paper just gets transformed by this process? And then this one is that one has the animal kind of print, this one. And this one actually has texture on top of it, which is really cool. So yeah, it's fun. So I'm going to continue to do these other pieces, and I will see you guys in a couple days. Bye bye. Have a great day. Bye.